We got the new rules for the fight, y'all, for the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight. And let me know how you feel about these rules, because it's kind of interesting. It's not normal, but professional basketball rules. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. Of course, I'm waiting for some of y'all to come in also, but this is just very interesting to me. All right. First, I'm gonna show y'all the rules. Okay, so that's the rules right there. All right. So the official rules for the Mike Tyson fight is before I go further, just make sure some of y'all come in. Yeah, so this is gonna be interesting. Um, the rules are pretty much modified, probably because of the Mike Tyson's age and the skill level. Okay. In the meantime, between time, let me just play a quick video right quick. I'm gonna play a quick video right quick, and then I'm gonna come back with the news, Mike Tyson news.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip the switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch. Always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah. You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'll ever stop it. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
So here's the new rules. They're gonna be 16-ounce gloves. Not so usually professional boxers wear 10-ounce gloves. But the rules, the fight, wear 16-ounce gloves, y'all. That's one of the rules. It's gonna be 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds. I'm gonna say it again. Instead of 3-minute rounds, it's gonna be 2-minute rounds. And chat, check this out. No official judges. So no judges are gonna be there. So basically, there's no judges. Alright? And there's no winner unless somebody gets knocked out. Okay? There's no winner unless somebody gets knocked out. And each fighter gotta do basically, test. EKG test the heart and EEG test the brain. Alright, chat. So that's what's going on with the new rules. That is the new rules for the Mike Tyson and the Jake Paul fight. Right? I'm gonna say it again. They're going to be wearing 16-ounce gloves. Usually, boxers wear 10-ounce gloves at a certain weight. But so bigger gloves mean less chance of getting knocked out. So basically, they're using sparring gloves. Yeah, they're using sparring gloves, right? You can still get knocked out with sparring gloves. But the fact that they're using 16-ounce gloves means that the chances of someone getting knocked out are less, right? The rounds are going to be 2-minute rounds. Instead of 3-minute rounds, it's going to be 2-minute rounds. How do you feel about that, chat? It's going to be 2-minute rounds. So, I don't know how many rounds. In fact, I don't know how many rounds it's going to be. But this is more this is sounding more like a glorified sparring match. There's gonna be no headgear, so that's good. No headgear. Now keep in mind, even though this is 16-ounce gloves, people can still get knocked out with 16-ounce gloves. But this fight is not gonna have any judges, y'all. Now the rules might change depending on how people react to these new, rules. Okay, so the rules actually might change, and they might actually go back to the regular rules. But the way it is right now, it's over 16-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce gloves. 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds. Okay, no official judges to score the fight. So this fight is not gonna have any judges. So if the fight goes to decision, there are no winners. There's gonna be no winners. Okay. The only way you can win is by knockout. But with 16-ounce gloves, it's gonna be harder to knock people out with 16-ounce gloves. Just so y'all know, the heavier the glove, the less likely somebody can get knocked out. Okay. And I'm curious to see which side wanted these rules. Did Jake Paul want these rules, or did Mike Tyson want these rules? Or did the state say, hey, you know what? If I'm going to sanction this fight, here are the rules. And both fighters got to do it in EEG test and an EKG test. The EEG test tests your brain. EKG tests your heart. So the new rules for the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight are 2-minute rounds instead of 3-minute rounds. So each round is going to be 2 minutes instead of 3 minutes. And they're going to wear 16-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce gloves. So they're wearing bigger gloves. That means that Mr. Stretch says Tyson can't wear headgear. Yeah, so there's no headgear, but apparently they're gonna use 16-ounce gloves, which diminishes the punching power by a lot, actually. Okay, 16-ounce gloves are gloves we spar in. We spar with 16-ounce gloves. So this is gonna be a glorified sparring match. It looks like. I'm still gonna watch, of course, because I just love watching sports. But no headgear, as far as I know. The rounds are gonna be 2 minutes long instead of 3 minutes long. This is crazy, chat. This is crazy, right? Like, who would have thunk it? Okay. What else is going on here? Also, no judges, chat. This fight is gonna have no judges. So what does that mean? That means that the only way a winner can be named is if somebody gets knocked out. So this is crazy, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. 2-minute rounds instead of 3 minutes. So I don't know how many rounds the fight gonna be. Maybe 10 rounds. But it's only going to be 2 minutes a round. So that means that even if Jake Paul gets hurt, he might recover because the round's going to end soon. So it's some interesting rules, and I get it. Mike Tyson is definitely an older fighter. I get it. So I think this is more walking away. Oh, that's what you're saying, Mr. Stretch. Tyson don't wear any headgear, and Paul wear headgear. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, right? Hey, chat, can you imagine if actually Mike Tyson doesn't wear headgear, but then Jake Paul does? That'd be hilarious. And then Jake Paul still gets knocked out. That is hilarious, right? Well, yeah, man. So what do you think about this chat? What do you think about these rules, man? Like I said, apparently the rules may change depending on how the people react to this. Okay, now because the rules are modified a little bit or a lot, you think people are still gonna watch the fight? I'm still gonna watch the fight because it's still big news. But the fact that they're wearing 16-ounce gloves means that it's gonna be harder for Mike Tyson to knock out Jake Paul, and vice versa. Okay. The fact that they're wearing 16-ounce gloves tells me that I definitely don't see Jake Paul knocking out Mike Tyson now. I didn't before, but I definitely don't see it now because I don't see how Jake Paul can generate enough punching power with 16-ounce gloves. Now, I mentioned before in training, we train with 16-ounce gloves, and headgear. People do get knocked out in training, though. Don't get it twisted. People do get knocked out in training. Professional boxers also get knocked out in training using bigger gloves. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but there's only 2 minute rounds, though. There's only 2 minute rounds. That is the thing, though, chat. There's only PDC, gang. So I don't know. And And some people said, who came up with the rules? Was it Jake Paul's camp who came up with the rules, or was it Mike Tyson camp? Because this is this is not really a professional fight. Yeah, this is not really a professional fight, chat. This is looks like an exhibition. Yeah, and that's what I thought it was gonna be. At the end of the day, I thought it was gonna be some type of exhibition style, similar to how Roy Jones Jr. and Mike Tyson had a fight, years ago. That was like a glorified sparring session. That was an exhibition. So this fight isn't gonna go on anybody's record. So whoever quote unquote wins or loses, it's not gonna go on their record, on a professional record. So at the end of the day, this is a fun fight, basically. A fun fight, entertaining fight, a circus fight. I'm curious to see how people are gonna take this reaction. I don't know if they're gonna. I don't know if so. Yeah, for those of y'all who are just tuning in, the new rules for the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight are you're gonna be wearing 16-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce gloves. You're going to be wearing 16-ounce gloves. The rounds are going to be 2 minutes long instead of 3 minutes long. There are going to be no judges to score the fight. No judges to score the fight. Say it again. This fight is not going to have any judges. Okay? You can only win by knockout. So if the fight goes to the distance, they are the winners. I'm going to say it again. If the fight goes to the distance, there are going to be no winners. Just so y'all know. All right? How do you feel about that, chat? Are y'all disappointed? I can see how I have to be disappointed for sure. All right? Because, it's going to be a glorified sparring match, obviously. It's going to be a glorified sparring match. And are we ready for that, though? Are we ready for... Are people still going to watch? I think people are still going to watch, to be honest. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching for sure. Right? I'm going to be watching. Because at the end of the day, it's still going to be entertainment. It's going to be a long ways away, though. July 20th. A long ways away. It's about 111 days to go. So that's a little bit over 3 months. All right? Yes, Joshua. Basically, it's WWE boxing. You know what? Joshua? That's not a bad idea, though. If you think about it, people should come up with like a WWE type sports store. Sports, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Have like a WWE type boxing event or MMA event. Because you know what I'm saying? WWE is wrestling. It's fake wrestling. But it's not a bad idea. But yeah, basically it is like WWE boxing, y'all. It really, really is. And I don't know. So what do y'all think? What do you think? Joshua says it's a money grab. 100% money grab. This is a glorified sparring match for sure. With sparring gloves. 2-minute rounds, chat. This is 2-minute rounds. Not even 3 minutes. It's 2-minute rounds. No judges, by the way. No judges. I'm gonna say it again. This fight does not have any judges, chat. Okay? This is basically it's a money grab. It's a money grab. And apparently Mike Tyson is getting paid $20 million. Jake Paul is getting paid $30 million. I gotta double check those. I gotta make sure. I'm gonna double check that to make sure that's correct. Because if that's the case, it's for sure, a money grab. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? It's like, what can we say about that? It's entertainment. It's entertainment. So this fight is not gonna go against none of them. This fight isn't gonna go on their record. So whoever wins or loses is not going to go on the professional boxing record, right? Which is, again, no judges. I can't stress this enough. There's gonna be no judges for this fight, right? PSE Cool. I'm gonna call you the PSE Cool. The Professional Sports Enterprise Cool. Yes. Yes, PSE Cool. This is gonna be a glorified sparring match. I'm gonna watch. I'm a sports guy. I'm definitely gonna watch for sure. But can you imagine if Mike Tyson still knocks out Jake Paul with those gloves on? If Jake Paul gets knocked out with 16-ounce gloves, then his career might be over. Right? Even though it is Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson hits hard, 16-ounce gloves makes it harder to get knocked out in. It just does because it has more padding. It has more padding. That's what, so PSC Cool. This is what I'm talking about. The reason it's less likely, the reason people get knocked out less with heavier gloves is because it has more padding. So MMA fighters, we use 4-ounce gloves. Less padding, meaning that the power can generate more through the punch. Big gloves mean more padding and more cushion, basically. Basically, they're fighting with pillows in the hand. It's a pillow fight. It's a glorified pillow fight. Cool. It's PSC Cool. It's a glorified pillow match. All right. But you know what? Who are we kidding? I'm gonna watch it. You're gonna watch it. We are gonna watch it. It's on Netflix, so therefore, we don't have to pay anything. It's not a pay-per-view event, so it's not pay-per-view. So that means that we don't have to pay for it. Chat. Cool. Okay, PSC Cool. We don't have to pay for it. We just sit back, watch it with me live. I'm still gonna go live during the fight, and so we can all react to the fight together. I'm not gonna show the live on my channel, of course, because it's the policies, but we will react to the fight together. Okay, cool. And then we could laugh at it. And, usually when Jake Paul has events, there's singing, there's dancing, there's entertainment going on. So it's gonna be a long night. Cool. It's gonna be a long night, man, and I want all y'all to rock with me that night. All right, so we can just watch this entertainment together. So yes, for those of y'all, what's up, Joshua? If Jake was so good, he will just come up through the ranks like a real champion. Exactly, Joshua. Exactly. If Jake was, because in Jake's mind, Jake thinks he's better than all the fighters out there. So you're right. But see, we all know true boxers start super young. Real good boxers started when they was like a kid, and then they did a bunch of amateur fights. People don't know professional boxers have like 50 amateur fights, 100 amateur fights, and then they go pro. So Jake Paul just jumped into this professional quote-unquote boxing, fighting NBA retired, fighting retired NBA players, fighting retired MMA fighters who are smarter than him, who are known for wrestling and not punching. And when he fought a real boxer, what happened? He lost to Tommy Fury. And Tommy Fury isn't even an elite pro boxer. So yeah, you're right. Jake Paul just going around doing money grabs. His last fight, nobody watched. So that's why he's desperate and got Mike Tyson to go, fight with him. Or spar with him, I should say. Hey, cool. PSC Cool. No doubt about it. This is a glorified sparring match, cool. For sure. For sure, this is a glorified sparring match. So at the end of the day, both guys are gonna go in there. I'm sure they're gonna try to swing hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure they're gonna swing hard. But with 16-ounce gloves on, it's gonna be harder to with 16-ounce gloves and 2 minute rounds, it's gonna be harder to knock anybody out. Now in bare knuckle fighting, they do have 2 minute rounds, but it's bare knuckle. So people get knocked out more. So the fact that it's 2 minute rounds isn't super bad, but the fact that it's 16-ounce gloves means that chances are no one's getting. Okay, cool. chances are no one's getting knocked out in this fight. Yeah. Because it's a shorter fight and it's 16-ounce gloves. I can't stress that enough. 16-ounce gloves are sparring gloves. We spar with these gloves because we don't want to hurt each other doing sparring. That's why we spar with the gloves. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. Cool. PSA cool. PSA cool. You know, it's this is gonna be interesting one. But don't worry. Don't worry. We're gonna watch a lot more live events on this channel. So definitely check me out. PSA cool. But this is just absurd, right? I mean, I can't even hate. Cool. I can't even hate on that. It's a money grab. They're grabbing the money. You know, it's entertainment. And like Joshua said, was it Joshua? Joshua said it is WWE boxing at its finest. WWE boxing. You know, that could be something though. That could be an actual event. Fake, fake boxing, WWE boxing. They have storylines and everything like that. I'm gonna think about that actually. I'm gonna think about that. But yeah, cool. It is yeah, PNC cool. It is definitely gonna be interesting quote unquote fight. Alright. And hey, cool, don't forget to press the like button for me. YouTube makes the like button so hard in this vertical live feed. It drives me crazy. But so that's my little 2 cents to this fight. Again, the new rules are no judges for this fight. You can only win by knockout. 2-minute rounds and 16-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce gloves. 16-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce gloves. So, yeah, that means there's gonna be no knockouts. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a knockout, too. It's gonna be it's too short of a time and too big of a glove for this. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul with 16-ounce gloves, that's gonna be bad for Jake Paul's career. 100%, it's gonna be bad for his career, and he knows it. So Jake Paul does not want that to happen. So he just doesn't. But let me know what y'all think about this. All right, and I'm gonna go back live later again, talk more about the rules again, to see if any rules change. Oh, and then I'm gonna try to confirm the payment out too. I'm gonna try to confirm how much both of them getting paid. All right, I want to get that for you also. All right, cool. Thank you for watching. I love all y'all, and I'll see y'all next time.